In today's video, we dice with death doing donuts, find our inner James Bond, and boldly go where no postcard or pint has been before. Do not enter, they say. No, not that. That. I wonder if we will. Welcome to Postcard and a Pint. I'm Rachel.
I'm Wills.
And we've arrived in Beaumaris. Now let's go find our boat. Puffins were the order of the day. We booked a tour with Seawake and we were ready to go. It's a bit cold for that today. Guess who's super excited to see the puffins? Me! We toddled off down the pier with our fellow sailors to find our boat. Hang on a minute, that's looking a bit James Bond. Nope, they're not looking like the kind of boats that go chug chug chug, oh, there's a puffin. In fact, the weather's not particularly looking like chug chug chug, there's a puffin either kind of weather. This is Skipper Jason. It turns out the sea was very rough around Puffin Island and it wasn't safe or pleasant to go. So there you go, 2 minutes into today's video and it's a puffin fail. But we did get to play at being James Bond. We did some donuts. We zipped around these boats, very 007. We practiced some fast turns and raced the other boat. It was all very exciting. And then we were ready to go full pelt down the Menai Straits. It was so fast and quite bumpy, but such good fun. Yeah, and it was really windy too. Loving your hair, Rach. All in all, it was brilliant and we loved it. Now let's learn something about the Straits. This area is referred to as Millionaire's Row. You can't see these houses from the road at all. The only way to sneak a peek is from the water. That's Bangor Pier on the other side. It's all very posh. We loved the story of this one. It was someone's garage and they sold it for a few quid. A developer made this and then sold it for $1 million. And that's their yacht. Cool. Now this might not be the most stylish today, but in the 1960s, it was the height of fashion. Local legend says that Roger Moore once had an apartment there. Hang on, he is James Bond. Top day! Down the straight we go. This little island is Ynys Castell and one of the filming locations for BBC Wales crime thriller Hidden. Now here's the Menai Suspension Bridge, a wonderful feat of engineering. That clever chap, Thomas Telford, designed it. He did love a suspension bridge, did old Thomas. The Menai Strait is a really dangerous piece of water, with differential tides at two ends producing strong currents and whirlpools. No bother for Tommy though, he started this bridge in 1819 and it was completed in 1826. It's absolutely beautiful. Down the strait we go, towards the other bridge, the Britannia Bridge. This one was designed by Robert Stephenson as a tubular bridge to carry the railway connecting the port at Holyhead to London. This bridge opened in 1850 to rail traffic. After a fire in 1970, some naughty boys playing with matches underneath it, the bridge was reconstructed and a road deck was added on top. Whenever there are high winds in the area though, the road is often closed to high-sided vehicles and they are sent over the Menai Suspension Bridge. They don't make them like they used to. This is the Lord Nelson statue, a concrete statue erected in 1873. Behind you can see the Marquis of Anglesey column. And that's the little church at Llanfair PG. You know, that place with the ridiculously long name. And finally, Plas Newydd. This was always the country seat of the Marquis of Anglesey. Jason told us the stories of many of the former Marquis. We enjoyed the squandering 5th Marquis, who enjoyed a lavish lifestyle, enjoying the theatres and the delights of London's West End. We'd always wondered why there was a Marquis of Anglesey pub near Drury Lane, so there you go.
They're the wine cellars.
Excellent. Right, time to James Bond it back up the Straits. Jason really let the boat rip on the return. Time for a few more donuts? Wahey! You alright, lad? Then it was time to disembark. What a fantastic trip we'd had. Now, Rach, how's your hair doing? Sorry for the windswept look. We've just got off the rib boat. Absolutely amazing. We did want to go and see Porthwen Island. We got on it thinking we were going to Porthwen Island, but they just got back and apparently it had been 8 to 10 foot swells, water all over the boat. So they called rank and said, right, no, we're going to do Menai Straight instead. Really happy. It was great. It was such a good tour. So recommended. My eyes were bouncing, and Will said the same thing. He can't walk straight at the minute, so God knows if the camera works like that. We will do Porthwen Island again, but we've decided today we're going to do it on a slower boat. But still, great fun. Highly recommend it. So it was a puffin fail, but an adrenaline win. Let's go take a look at Beaumaris. We loved this house. The Tudor Rose, dating from the 1480s. It's now an estate agent. It's so quaint. Bucket and spade, anyone? How about a samurai sword? Ooh, a market. An artisan one at that. Let's go see what we can find. Beer. Cheese. How about a lovely coffee? Oh no, what's he found now?
It's almost Christmas, isn't it?
No, it's June. We love this colourful little courtyard with its great independent shops. Mine too, if only we had the time. Time for lunch. We visited this one before in our Anglesey, North Wales vlog, the Georgian Dragon. Now there's a perfectly lovely plate of fish and chips. Answers on a postcard, please. Is Will's the only human who tries to make every meal into a sandwich? We've just had some lovely fish and chips for our lunch, and we were going to go round the castle and the jail, but we're feeling a little bit exhilarated now after all that bouncing around on the water on a fast boat. So we've decided to go to an old disused Victorian Brickworks. We've seen it on other blogs, we've never been, so let's go on a bit of an adventure. We've just pulled into a lay-by. Hopefully we'll find some what-free words for you later on. And look at me little mates here. We can see a public footpath across the road. We're going to give it a go. Let's see if we can find this thing. Come on, cows. Ooh, steady on. We're not that sort of channel. Well, we can see it. We're not quite sure how to get to it. We've just asked a nice lady. She says we're on the right path. Got a bear left at the bottom. Follow the coast path round. But it might be a bit of a scramble. Let's go. The views and the walk were fantastic, even if I am a bit immature when I'm happy. And for the record, the scramble down wasn't bad at all. This place is absolutely stunning. An old brickworks, slowly being reclaimed by nature and the sea. It's incredible. Its name is Porth Wen Brickworks, and it was built in the mid-19th century. Many of its kilns and buildings still stand. You can only imagine this place back in the early 1900s, alive and productive, with ships docking alongside to collect the bricks made here. Now she's a faded beauty from a bygone era. Although there are no signs saying keep out, we have since read that it's privately owned, and due to the instability of the buildings, you're advised not to go there. I'm so glad we did though. It's one of the most incredible places we've ever visited. I'm so glad we found it. I think we parked in the wrong lay-by, postcard and pint style. But anyway, we did a walk across the headland, we got some amazing views. We popped the drone up, fingers crossed, Will's press record. And yeah, brilliant. I don't know any history of it right now. I'm going to do that as a voiceover, and I hope you enjoyed it. The Porth Wen brickworks were built by Charles Tidy and were in operation between 1850 and 1914 and produced bricks of a special quality that could withstand high temperatures, making them suitable for kilns or furnaces. How cool was that? True Welsh style. The weather's come in. It's time for us to go. Let's see if we can find our car. Come on. This gate was well and truly padlocked, but it's an easy climb. It's raining quite heavy now, and we've decided we've probably got 15 minutes to walk back to the car, if we can find it, and then we're going to go home. We'll catch up later on for a bit of a chat and a reminisce and a roundup of the day. See you there. Ooh, she nearly went. I'm all right. I have this really fun game I play when we're out walking. It's called Stick the Sticky on the Wibby. You basically see how many sticky bobs you can get on him before he notices. I'm hilarious. Yes, Rach, you're hilarious. Wills has his own game he plays. It's called Wills is an Annoying Prat. He basically tickles my ear, so I think there's a fly there. As you can see, my tolerance levels are not so high. Well, we're back. And we've got to file it. I mean, come on, it's June.
Oh, we're a bit cold and wet.
Yeah, we got very, very wet today. The boat ride, fantastic. Not what we signed up for.
Thought we were going to Puffin Island.
We were off to see puffins, but apparently the first trip had a terrible time. There was waves coming over the boat, it was miserable, and I'm glad we didn't go.
No, it's good to run onto the bridges.
Yeah, it's also made me realise that when we do go back, much as I love those rib rides, I don't want to see puffins that way.
Yeah.
I want to go in the slow chug boat.
Big shout out to the captain, Jason his name was,
the skipper.
Really good.
Yeah, it was great. It was a really good tour. They had so much great information. He was stopping by, like, I didn't know it was such a posh area.
He had to deal with a family who wanted to get off though, because they weren't impressed, they weren't going to see puffins.
No, and then even less impressed when they were going to be doing high-speed turns and donuts, which were cool.
They were very
But I don't want to see puffins that way. Yeah. And then, icing on the cake.
What's that, this?
Yeah, that brick place.
That was really good. We've seen it, as we said, in other vlogs, haven't we?
Yeah. And yeah, I don't think we parked in the right lay-by or the suggested lay-by.
So we went on TripAdvisor, and what was his name? Harrison. 11-year-old Harrison gave a very detailed route on how to get to it. But I think we started off in the wrong lay-by. Yeah, we got onto Harrison's route at the end. He was absolutely spot on. Yeah. But what you do get from parking in our lay-by is a gorgeous view as you walk across a few fields towards it. So if you ever want to go yourselves and you want to know where we parked in the wrong lay-by, we'll happily tell you and give you some directions as well. There was a lovely lady who told us we were on the right path and stuff. It was really, really nice. Let's climb over a couple of gates, didn't we?
Yeah, but what's a gate between friends, eh?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So I think we'll finish there for today. So if you could do the whole.
I'll tell you what, it's a lot less packed than London.
Oh yes, okay, yeah, I do realise I don't like crowds, but today was gorgeous. Beaumaris was buzzing, but this is the kind of buzzing I like. Only about 10 people per 200 square metres. Something like that. Cool, well, like, subscribe and all of that, and as we say in Postcard and Pint,
cheers to the good times. A lot of people have been calling for the next James Bond to be played by a woman. I mean, can you imagine that? All those crazy car scenes, the spectacular crashes, the explosions, and that's just while she's trying to park.